Okay, y'all. Question came to me like, what do I grow and why? And wanted to talk about that before I split here. I'm actually going to be headed out of the country again. I leave in a couple of days, and I'm going to be gone until the middle of the month, so I will be a little out of pocket. I may be able to finish the first video that will be talking about rating seeds, which I've been talking about forever. 9 months, I think I determined. Uh, I've been promising it for 9 months. But I've broken it out into several videos, and it kind of dovetails in with this question. So, someone, like I said, asked, like, what do you grow and why? Now, set aside all of the harvest videos. That was really just grow and show. There was no intent specifically to get anything out of some of those. Probably 92%, if you want to call it that, of that stuff was really just grow and show, just to kind of see what comes out of it. And, to make a video detailing it and illustrating it. And that was that. That was the reasoning behind it. But sort of dovetailing in the seed rating thing, I use some criteria, and that's going to be the criteria we're going to use for seed rating, and that's first and foremost rank 9 snacks. So plants, seeds that drop rank 9 snacks. Obviously couch, evil magma peas, sword ferns if you wanna, and then white and Maltese tiger lilies if you want to do that as well. There are a couple of others. The fruit bushes will drop rank 9 snacks, as well as I believe it's the Maelstrom Snapdragon that will drop a rank 9 snack. Now those are extremely tenuous drops. They're not like couch or EMPs or the white Maltese where you're guaranteed a drop. So I'm growing for rank 9 snacks. Category number 2, I grow for TC. TC that I cannot buy from a TC vendor. And, there's a lot of examples. I'll give you kind of a one that's we're all sort of familiar with at this point, and that's the sour fickle pickle. I usually keep a 69 seeds of the sour fickle pickle on hand, just to get TC, and like things like Medusa, Ra, Skeletal Dragon, Snow Angel, and Triton. Now, I don't always use those, so I don't always grow the sour fickle pickles. But what I use that TC for is for the decathlons. And I think like the last decathlon that we just had was the Storm decathlon. And if you want to get to any of the upper levels, you're going to need, TC like Medusa or Ortherus. And, those are pieces of TC that you can get most of the year, ad infinitum in the bazaar. But the minute the decathlon kicks in, you're not going to find any of that. So I kind of keep that stuff as a backup. Um, these are I use these to kind of illustrate the whole pot pulling thing in one of the last videos, but I'm not really growing these moonflowers for any other reason than to just harvest them and be rid of them. They're only kind of good for one thing, and that is they act as a like for some other plants. And, outside of that, they're really not dropping anything that, will blow your hair back. So I want to just get rid of these. It's 69 seeds that have been taking up space that I can use for other things. So kind of the third category is going to be reagents. Now I could say rare reagents, and we could go with that, but it could also be reagents that you might want to use or might want to have in bulk. Um, so, for instance, if you are a guild member and you need Azoths. A great way to get those is to craft the gauntlets and do those gauntlets, and the gauntlets drop some guaranteed Azoth. And in order to craft those gauntlets, you're gonna want to have like copious amounts of parchment. And parchment is one of those reagents that you can't buy it anywhere, like from a reagent vendor, and it's kind of like dumb to run around wherever trying to pick it up. It's not necessarily rare, but it certainly doesn't, you know, come up in like appreciable quantities unless you're growing plants. And in this case, you're going to want to grow like orange dandelions. I believe the pink dandelions drop it. It's not a guarantee, so again, it's kind of an over and over and over again cycle. So that is an example, and then there are the harder to come by things like amber, motes, like mote of beauty, mote of transport, those sorts of reagents that you might want to use for crafting. And you just can't get those in any real appreciable quantity without growing seeds. Um, so those are sort of the three main categories. Now, kind of the other thing that I grow, and it really depends. I'm kind of at this place now where I'm like max snacks across all my characters, so I don't really need to grow. I don't really need to harvest these couch potatoes because I've got 999 plus snacks across all my characters that I actually train pets with. So I kind of will shift a little bit here and there. Um, I don't just have the Red Barn Farm on this character. I kind of do, a couple of other houses. I'll give you some more examples here. So I have the botanical gardens, and I keep a 69 plot bed of ninja figs for the TC primarily. And on the interior and sometimes on the exterior, it depends. I will, keep these jewel plants on ice. I think I have the star jewels on another character, yeah, because circles, yeah. And, these are kind of intermixed. There's, some other, triangles and other stuff that are kind of mixed in here. But these are sort of on ice. I don't really have a reason to harvest these. I wish I did. I wish they dropped something higher than sparkling. So they kind of die out throughout the arc of the game. I mean, these are great to have when you're, level 60, level 70, in those spots where it's kind of hard to get the jewels that you want. It's a convenience, really. So I also have, at least on this character, at least one house that I do, some wilting in. I think in this case, I've kept these on ice. I may get rid of these at this point. I was using these for Fire Shark TC, and then also to kind of repetitively harvest these because these reseed in hopes of getting, ultra snow apples to kind of finish off a harvest video. But at this point, I don't really need these, I think. I really don't. I have them kind of spread out on some other characters. I've been growing these quite a bit lately, silver trumpet vines, for the TC. I don't know if a lot of you have noticed, but things like Pierce and Cleanse Charm are kind of getting a little scarce in the bazaar. So it's because of this final boss in Wallaroo called Malice. There's kind of a sub boss in there that you need to either remove a charm from him or another player. So you need like Cleanse Charm, Cleanse Ward, Enfeeble, so to remove the charm from the boss, and then pierce. So that kind of covers the gamut because he may cast the charm on you or another player or himself, and those charms have to be gotten rid of before you can kill the boss and successfully. Otherwise, he basically goes back to 100% health. So, um, silver trumpet vines are a great way to kind of bridge the gap on those, and kind of keep an inventory on hand. Let's see. So I will also kind of hang on to these, grow them on a sub gardening character. These are fish on a vine. I may actually get rid of these at this point, but they also drop fire shark, storm shark, and snow shark. So they're kind of good for those pieces of TC, which kind of act as really good like backup hits, or they're great for like farming. The first 5 floors of like the ice decathlon. This is more fire centric stuff. Boiled peanuts. They're dropping quite a bit of TC. 3 pieces actually. So it's fire shark, raging kraken, which is a good piece of TC to have, and then the fire elephant. So if you're a fire, hang on to boiled peanuts, as they come along. Just so that you have that TC. You can use it as a backup hit. You can use it in the ice decathlon, and it's pretty potent stuff to have on hand, to be honest with you. So that's kind of it. I don't know if this completely answers the question, but I sort of use those criteria when I'm thinking about what to grow and why. I at this point I'm kind of past the point of needing things, like Ultra King Parsley or King Parsley. I'm past the point of needing key limes, because I've ranked up these characters already. So as you can see, like a seed's value is transitory. It kind of matches your goal and the arc of the game, and then at some point it becomes less and less useful, to the point where it may be useless to you. And like things like or I'm sorry, just plain king parsley. So things like king parsley, things that will reseed themselves, at the mature stage. The other example of that is key limes. Once you've kind of gotten the use out of those, you may just want to blow away your inventory. Kind of bring your inventory back to 10 or 20, and then store those in a seed vault or in your attic or somewhere like that. And then if you ever spin up a sub character, you've kind of got them for that. And if you ever need them for anything, you can kind of whip them out and sort of build them back up. Those are the type of seed you can do that with. So obviously, there's others that you probably just want to hang on to in perpetuity, and that's couch and evil magma peas and sword ferns, things like that. You want to just either cold store them or stick them in a seed vault or wherever, and hang on to those if you find yourself needing to use them less and less, because one never knows where that's concerned. Well, that's kind of it, y'all. I hope this was informative, and I hope everybody's doing great. You guys will hear from me shortly, probably in the next 2-3 weeks. I'll have that first volume of seed ratings, which we're going to go through seeds that drop rank 9 snacks. That'll be first and foremost. I may get that done before I go. We'll see. I have so much to do before I leave, and so little time to do it. So until then, Enjoy.